Hi everyone, this is Sunera from Itsy Bitsy and I'm here to show you how you can make this really pretty easel card with drawers. A perfect gifting solution if you're giving earrings or trinkets to someone. Just slip it in the drawers and hand over the creation. So in order to make this project, you're going to need some cardstock cut in different sizes. I'll tell you the sizes. You're going to need some pattern paper. I'm using this Cafe Mediterranean mat stack from Itsy Bitsy, and some brads to make the drawers, and some ribbon. Then you're going to need whatever you're going to use to decorate the box, but that's really up to you. So I'm going to start out with this piece of card. It measures 4 inches by 6 inches, and I want it to be, I'm going to score just one inch on all 4 sides. When I do that, after I do that, I'm gonna fold it and make the fold nice and crisp, because this is gonna be the drawer that I pull out from my chest of drawers creation. Once this is folded, I'm gonna just cut a little flap up to the score line on all 4 sides. I also cut off a little bit of the edge that gets folded in so that it doesn't pop out when I'm constructing the box. So once that's done, I need to put adhesive on these flaps that I've created. I'm using my ATG but any kind of adhesive would do. Just ensure that you put it liberally because it needs to hold the box together. Once that's done, just fold up the flaps and construct the box as I'm doing here, and it forms itself into a nice little drawer. In order to make the drawer look nice, you're going to need to put some decoration around it. I'm using this lovely uh, green and yellow flowered pattern paper from the Cafe Mediterranean mat stack. I've cut them into the sizes I want. Now the drawer is 1 inch high by 4 inches deep. So you're going to want to cut these strips to just about 1/4 of an inch less, so that it leaves a pretty little edge after it's glued onto the box. I'm doing it on all 4 sides, and I'm also going to do it on the inside because when you pull out the drawer, it looks a bit empty if it's all just plain white. So since I've cut them all to size, it's going along really quickly for me right now. Once that's done, I'm going to now work on putting the handles for the drawer. In order to do that, I'm going to take a piece of ribbon and I'm going to just pierce a hole on either side, either edge of the ribbon. Once that's done, I'm going to insert a brad. I'm using these plain silver brads from Itsy Bitsy. I'm going to insert a brad into each of these 2 holes that I've created. Then I'm going to take my box and I'm going to measure about 1 centimeter from either end, and I'll of course make sure that they're in the same line on the box, and pierce another hole through each of those holes. Then I insert my ribbon with the brad, and I'm just placing it such that the ribbon pops out a bit in the center, giving it just the right amount of space to slip your finger inside and pull out the drawer. If you look at it here, you can make out exactly what I've done. I'm just straightening out the ribbon to make it look as good as it can. Perfect. Now I'm going to make the little enclosure which houses the drawer. For that, I'm going to use another piece of card. It's going to be 4 inches deep by about 7¼ inches long. And the way I'm doing it is I'm measuring on my ruler. I'm measuring the first score line as 2 1/16 of an inch. Then I'm moving the ruler down and measuring a further 1 1/16 of an inch. Again 2 1/16, and then again 1 1/16. And then whatever is remaining, I'm going to use that as a flap to just keep the whole enclosure together. So now I'm gonna put adhesive on that flap and just fold this around to make a nice little casing in which the drawer can slip perfectly through. Now I've made three other boxes, three other drawers just like this one, along with the enclosure, so it's ready to be constructed. And now to make the base and the top, I'm using a piece of white card which I've covered with some lovely pattern paper from the mat stack. The card measures 4.5 by 4 3/4. Then I'm going to glue these casings on the sides and on the top so that all four casings sit together. They have to be adhered nice and neat because then the entire construction will be more sturdy and more attractive. So I'm just gluing the two sides together, and now I've got the constructed casing for my drawers. Then I'm gonna glue another piece of card to the side of the entire chest of drawers. This is the same mat stack, and this measures approximately 4.25 by 2.25. I want it to be popping out a bit on the top and on the side so that it completely conceals the chest of drawers casing. Once that's done, I just have to glue the top card and the base card. You got to remember that the base card has to be glued the pattern side up because you want to see the pattern when the chest of drawers is placed on the desk. There, my casing is done. Now with great pleasure, I'm going to insert all of the drawers. I can't tell you how much fun it is. It's just like having a little dollhouse all to yourself. Once that's done, it's time now to decorate the top of the box with the easel card. I'm using another sheet from the mat stack. It measures about 2 inches by 6.5, and I folded it in half and folded the top bit in half again. Then I'm going to glue it using my glue gun right into the center of the box, making sure that the folded flap is on top. Then you just need to glue in your easel card to this folded flap. I've taken a piece of card from the mat stack and I've added a little square frame to it to make it look nice and pretty. Now I'm going to add a sentiment which I've already printed to the center. And I'm just going to put a whole bunch of decorations around the frame at different parts. I've got these lovely florets from Itsy Bitsy, some butterflies. And to keep the easel card up, I'm going to stick another butterfly to the center of the base. The butterflies have some dimensional adhesive on it, but for the flowers, I'm using Itsy Bitsy's glue dots, which are really great and versatile because they come in different sizes to suit your varying needs. And this is the final creation. I've added a few pearl beads and some glitter dots to just oomphlify the whole creation. I'm really pleased with the turnout. It looks pretty nice and it's great to give as a gift to someone who you're giving some money or earrings. You can just slip it into the drawers. So this was another tutorial from Itsy Bitsy. I hope you found it useful and stay tuned for many more from all of us here at Itsy Bitsy.